Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Our Promise California State Employees Giving at Work campaign kickoff show. Here is our host for today, Patrick Harbison.
Hello, California! Good afternoon and welcome to the kickoff for the 2021 Our Promise California State Employees Giving at Work campaign. After a challenging year, nonprofits need our support to recover, rebuild, and revive California. Leading the Our Promise team in mobilizing California is Senior Director and today's co-host, Tabitha Angel. Hi, Tabitha. Happy kickoff day.
Hey, happy kickoff day. We are so excited. It's official. We are officially launched as of 12:01 a.m. this morning. So our campaign runs from September 1st through November 12th. So plenty of time to get on and make your pledge. Right now, state employees can log on to their Employee Connect and enable their Our Promise account to start making donations for their favorite causes. We are so excited.
Thank you, Tabitha. You nailed it. Excitement is in the air. And we are so excited to continue that spirit by highlighting some amazing nonprofits who are part of the thousands of certified organizations listed on our website. Throughout today's fun-filled hour, we'll draw names of registered guests who will win prizes. And this year, Tabitha, when winners receive a gift, so do their favorite nonprofits. How about that? Double bang for their buck. It's amazing. It's amazing. Well, right now, I am honored to introduce this year's campaign co-chairs. Please join me in welcoming both Mr. Josh Fryday, Chief Service Officer for the Governor's Office of California Volunteers, and Yolanda Richardson, Secretary of California Government Operations. Welcome, Chief Fryday and Secretary Richardson. It's so great to have you both with us, and welcome to this year's campaign kickoff. How are you?
So good. Great to be here.
Good.
Great to be here.
Josh, let's start with you. How does it feel to be back? You know, you chaired our event last year, so this is a two-time event for you. How are you feeling? What is the excitement, enthusiasm that you're feeling?
It feels good because now all of us are going to have a chance to make a difference this year. And you know we're up in our game because we brought on Secretary Richardson to be a co-chair this year. So we got big expectations, and we're going to get this done through collaboration, which is a huge component of the entire Our Promise campaign. And last year, as you know, we ushered in a brand new online portal to make giving easier than ever. And collectively, all of us, almost 23,000 state employees, raised more than $5.3 million for people in need.
Wow. When you hear that number, 23,000 participants, $5.3 million. Secretary Richardson, are you just so excited to hit the ground running this year?
Oh, I'm beyond thrilled. I'm so happy to be here, first of all. And I'm so proud to join Mr. Josh Fryday as this year's campaign co-chair. This year we want to challenge all state employees across the state to give just $5 per month. I mean, if everyone just did $5 per month, we would have over $17 million for nonprofits and the people they serve struggling to recover and rebuild this year.
You know, I love that sentiment. Just $5 can have such an impact. Y'all, we are so grateful for your service in this year's campaign. Thank you both so much for being here. That is truly what Our Promise is all about. Thank you again, Secretary Richardson and Chief Fryday. As of right now, that's right, you at home can participate and set up your Our Promise account. Here's an awesome video about how you can get started.
This year, setting up your monthly charitable gift is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Register on Cal Employee Connect, find a cause, something you're passionate about, set up your e-pledge. Step 1, register on Cal Employee Connect. Cal Employee Connect is a secure web-based employee self-service portal for California state employees. It allows state workers to access their paychecks, their W-2s, and now it's also the portal to your secure charitable giving, Our Promise. Step 2, find a cause that you're passionate about. Last year, state workers gave to over 4,700 nonprofit organizations supporting causes locally and globally. Please know that you may select any charitable organization. It doesn't need to be one listed in our nonprofit resource guide or our website. It just needs to be a nonprofit organization with a federal tax ID number. Step 3. Now you're ready to set up your e-pledge. It's easy. I'll show you. From Cal Employee Connect, click the Our Promise button to create a login. From there, you can select the amount that you'd like to be deducted from your monthly paycheck. You will be able to log on to make these changes at any time. And with a few simple clicks, you have become part of the Our Promise campaign to make California strong for all with your generosity. To learn more about Our Promise and how you can get involved, please visit ourpromiseca.org.
So we are so excited to talk about Cal Employee Connect and the Our Promise online giving portal. So as you saw, it's super easy, it's super safe, and really secure. So no more paper pledge forms. We are super excited about that. No more passing out paper forms, no more collecting paper forms, and no more distributing paper forms. So we're really excited to have this available for every state employee has the opportunity through your Cal Employee Connect profile to go ahead and give online. So whether you're a brand new donor and want to make a donation, or you are a current donor and you're thinking about maybe increasing that donation and maybe giving $5 more a month, you can change your donation on the portal as well. So definitely get on. It's live. It went live 12:01. You will definitely see it on your Cal Employee Connect. So now for an exciting piece, we're getting ready to do our first prize winner. So drum roll, please. Let's spin that wheel.
Michelle Gaines, Motor Vehicles, Make-A-Wish.
Yay, congratulations, Michelle from Department of Motor Vehicles. You just won a $25 gift card for Amazon, and even better, your nonprofit will receive $25 a gift card as well. They'll receive a donation, $25 to Make-A-Wish. How awesome is that? So please look out for a confirmation email for your prize. Be on the lookout for that. Now the exciting part comes of welcoming our first nonprofit guest.
Tabitha, I know it's very exciting for Michelle, but I have to tell you, it's even more exciting here in studio. We are so excited to welcome the Sacramento Zoo. I've got Lara with me here, and we have a friend, don't we, Lara?
We do.
Look at this beautiful bird. Who is this, Lara? Can you tell us?
You bet. This is Julio, and Julio is a blue and gold macaw, and he's our unofficial ambassador at the Sacramento Zoo. He's going to welcome you. I think I can see if he would like to show us his big wings today.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
Show us our big wings. Big wings.
Oh, big wings.
There
Look
he
at-
goes.
Oh.
And I have a nice big almond for him today. So he belongs in our Education Ambassador program, and this is one of the things that we do for him is give him all manner of choice produce and seeds and nuts for him to eat every single day.
That is truly amazing, Lara. You know, can you reflect a little bit about last year, right? Obviously, with the ongoing pandemic,
Yes.
nonprofits have had to pivot.
You bet.
And have had to get creative with how they outreach and how they fundraise. How were you all able to do that last year with all these beautiful animals that you're caretaking?
We have had such great community support. So reaching out via websites, our Facebook Live programs, we were able to do a lot of virtual programming and getting into that, which is really the mainstay of some of the fundraising that folks are doing now, is getting
Sure.
out into the community with those virtual programs.
Sure. You know, what a resource we have here in Sacramento with the zoo. Can you speak to some of the animals that you are caretaking day in and day out?
You bet. We have been able to actually bring new animals to the zoo, even though we're in the middle of a pandemic. We have cheetahs. I know, we're so excited to have them. We haven't had them at our zoo in over 20 years.
That's amazing.
And so Rowdy and Zigzag are wowing our visitors every
Rowdy
day.
and Zigzag?
Rowdy and Zigzag.
That's hilarious.
They're two brothers.
I love that.
And they are fantastic. So our visitors are super excited to have them back. And we've been working hard to make sure our visitors get to see new and exciting animals, even though we're having a little bit of a crisis in the world right now.
Sure.
We are working hard and making sure our animals are well cared for with our community support.
You know, and speaking of said crisis, what does a campaign like Our Promise mean to a nonprofit, to an organization like the Sacramento Zoo. Oh, there
Julio is so excited because it means he keeps getting that choice vegetation, the choice food that he needs to eat. Believe it or not, it costs quite a bit of money to feed these animals every day.
I know my DoorDash bill, so I believe it.
Yes, we're talking thousands and thousands every month, every week, every year, just thousands, because he can't just get some random piece of fruit. He has specialized needs. Our cheetahs might have to have specialized beef heart. They might not be able to just get chicken from a grocery store. And so the food prices that we experience increasing, we've experienced with our animals as well. So that's where people's pledge money goes, is allowing us to provide choice vegetation, browse, fruit, nuts, and seeds, and meat even, for all of the animals in our collection.
I love that. I love that. If folks that are viewing this at home or at work are interested in learning more about the Sacramento Zoo, where can they go to do so?
We have a website up at saczoo.org that has all of our current information. It has a list of all the animals we have, fact sheets on our animals, and little bits of information. Even our annual report is online.
Wow.
So you can access all the information, how much it takes to run the zoo, what does it take to feed the animals, who eats what. Why do those lemurs get those food in boxes over there? What's happening over there? All of that information is on our website.
I love that, Laura. And I can personally attest, I went with my fiance a couple years ago, and we were able to feed the giraffes.
Yes.
You have that amazing interactive portion where you can feed the giraffes. It's such a wonderful resource that we have right here in Sacramento.
It really is.
Thank you so much for all the amazing work that you do. And if you are encouraged by what you heard Lara say here today, look at our friend, our new friend. You can give back just $5 a month. Thank you so much. Now, I'm going to throw it right back to you, Tabitha. Oh, we do.
We do.
I'm being told we have another animal.
We can bring
Wait a
him
minute.
over.
Wait a minute. Let's
I'm
drum
gonna
up some
actually-
suspense.
We're
What
gonna-
is under
what's
the
in the box? You can have
Tabitha?
the first
Do we
peek.
know?
We
Can I
don't
peek?
know.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited.
Careful.
Careful. Tell me everything. It's a little buddy. It's a little buddy. Oh my goodness.
All right.
All right. Laura's going to
I'm
need
going
to
to come
cross
right on over
here.
this way.
We've got
I'm
Lisa
gonna
here
come
with the
this
Sacramento
way.
Zoo. Lisa is unveiling our next surprise guest.
So this
Who is this, Laura? Who
is
this?
Ronnie.
Can I pet Ronnie?
You can touch him gently on his back right like
Well,
that.
that reminds me of an ex. Hi, Ronnie. Hello.
Now, Ronnie is roughly a 2-year-old American alligator. He came from the Everglades Alligator Farm, where
You're
our
kidding me.
big alligators came from. So our
Okay.
big alligators are upwards of 8 feet long.
8 feet.
Yes, and they live in the lake at the zoo, and we can't bring them out.
My goodness.
Of course. But Ronnie here,
So Ronnie could grow to be that big?
you bet, and he will.
Wow.
He will be upwards of 15 feet long when he gets to his max age of about 50.
50 years old.
So we will be caring and providing rabbits and guinea pigs for the animals on the lake, those big gators, for upwards of 50 years.
goodness.
Which is, again, where, of course, our pledges help us with that, with our long-term goals of a sustainable zoo population
Sustainable.
for years to come.
And that's what it's all about. You mentioned earlier with our buddy here, our mascot, very curated, nuanced diets.
Yes.
What would somebody like our buddy here need
Well,
to eat?
some days Ronnie likes crickets.
Okay,
And-
crickets.
And then in the heat, we have a cricket shortage, but he needs that protein, so we still have to purchase those items, even though it might be a financial hardship. He needs that. He also gets gator chow, which is like a little protein biscuit, like a
Gator
dog chow.
I feel like it's a pre-workout that I'm missing out on.
There you go. And then sometimes he gets fish, and then mouse. And our big gators, they get guinea pigs and rats.
Stop it.
No, it's true.
Stop it. I'm here for that.
And then out in the wild, they eat anything they want.
That's amazing.
So,
truly,
Ronnie-
you guys are stewards to all of the environment. And again, what a jewel that we have in our own backyard.
Right here in the middle of Land Park, you just drive on over. We have over 400 animals on zoo grounds, over 100 different species. So you get to take a virtual trip around the world when you may not be able to do a real trip around the world. You can come to the zoo, see a wide variety of animals from every single continent practically,
Oh, I love that.
and even get up close with some, like you said, the giraffes.
Travel abroad right in your backyard.
That's exactly
right?
it.
Thank you so much.
You're
It's
very
so
welcome.
appreciative. All the good work that you're doing, stewarding the environment, our animal friends. Truly, thank you so much. If you are interested in donating to the Sacramento Zoo, you now know how to get a hold of them. Thank you again both so much.
Thank you.
Tabitha, how cute are my new animal buddies?
I'm so jealous. Talk about FOMO. I wish I was right there and I'm not the biggest fan of birds, but that bird was really cool. But the alligator, that is awesome. And how big it's going to get is wild. So it's just amazing. There's so many amazing nonprofits out there. And like she talked about, there's a lot of things that the zoo needs in order to run. And that's really, provided by individual donations. And for as little as $5 a month, which is $60 a year for a donation, there's lots of things that provides for the zoo. And there's every nonprofit out there. Remember, you can give to any nonprofit of your choice as long as they are a 501c3 or a tax ID. So maybe you have a really, passion for zoo in another state. As long as you have their tax ID, you can give back to them as well. So there are many, many options. So keep that in mind when you are making your pledge. But next, I want to talk about each year during the Our Promise campaign, state employees give millions of dollars to certified nonprofit partners across the state and country. When you give through Our Promise, these organizations are able to count on your contributions through the year to ensure their vital programs can continue and we can continue to build the Golden State. So let's hear about the difference you make directly from a local nonprofit. So it is my pleasure to introduce my boss and our next guest, Amber Levitt, who is our interim president and CEO of United Way California Capital Region. Hi, Amber.
Hi, Tabitha. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Welcome. We're so happy to hear from you. We'd love to hear about how, United Way California Capital Region is involved.
Yeah, we're so glad to be here. And, when we think about the last 18 months, right, it's been just extremely challenging for everyone and especially nonprofits. A new national study found that the need for nonprofit services increased by 35% since COVID started, yet 75% of nonprofits have said that COVID negatively impacted their regular fundraising efforts. So really, it's more important than ever to provide that consistent support that is so easy to do through the Our Promise campaign. The power of giving during a challenging year, right? So as Tabitha mentioned, almost 2,000 nonprofits are certified through the Our Promise campaign, and it really offers a wide variety of giving options. Like we just saw, you can give to organizations like the zoo, you can give to environmental organizations, health and human services, and donors can really give to any 501c3 organization in the United States. And so United Way, as we manage the campaign, we donate to more than 4,000 nonprofits nationwide. So our partnership is really special. United Way has been the lead partner for the Our Promise State campaign since the 1950s, and we work with other United Ways throughout the state of California to bring the campaign to state employees where they live and work. And we vet and certify nonprofits every year. We train state volunteers. We pay out to thousands of nonprofit organizations and so much more. And last year, we moved the campaign online, which we were so excited about. We're finally online, which is huge for us. I've been at United Way for a long time, and that was something that we've been wanting to do for decades. So we're super excited to be online, and we really hope that people, if you haven't given before, that this is the year that you decide to do it. You can give as little as $5 per paycheck. And then if you are a donor, thank you so much. Your donation makes a huge difference, and we encourage you to continue giving. Thanks, Tabitha.
Awesome. Thank you, Amber. And really what Amber said and those numbers that she pointed out, she really hit it on the head. So, last year, nonprofits needed us more than ever, and that's continuing on to this year. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic and due to the situation, a lot of nonprofits weren't able to do their normal fundraising. It was even hard for us as a campaign to fundraise last year. State employees, you guys went through a very large transition of all working from home and all going telecommute. So, it was a transition for everyone, and nonprofits really need our donations more than ever in order to go ahead and, give those donations for those resources and those programs that they are providing. So please, if you can, try and make a $5 minimum donation. It's just out of your paycheck once a month. So definitely opportunities out there. Now, next on to our second prize drawing. So drum roll, here we go. Let's see who wins.
William Sevdy, DMV, Red Rover.
Congratulations, William. You win a $25 Amazon gift card, and most importantly, your nonprofit, Red Rover, will also receive a $25 donation. We're just so excited about this opportunity that for our prize winners that we're able to not only give you a gift, but we're able to match that gift and give your favorite nonprofit of your choice. So that email confirmation regarding your prize. And now back to our guest, Patrick. Who's our next guest coming on?
Tabitha, I am so excited. Our next guest is very near and dear to my own heart. I'm a board member at this wonderful organization, and I can attest to the amazing work they do in and around our community. Please join me in welcoming Ian Hadley, the Executive Director of 916 Inc. Thank you so much for being here, Ian. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Thank you, Patrick.
Good, good. So tell us a little bit about 916 Inc. and what its mission is.
Yeah, so our mission is to empower children and youth through creative writing. We do that by working with tons of different groups throughout the county of Sacramento in order to be able to publish books.
I love that. And it's really such a vital sort of curriculum that y'all provide, because as we see sort of some of the creating writing aspects of, you know, school infrastructure going away, 916 Inc. can really step in and help empower some of these creative writers. I know for me as a child, creative writing was such an instrument, and it was such a cathartic experience. Were you a writer yourself?
Absolutely. As a young person, I think I would have benefited from this kind of a program, which is why I dedicate all of my time to it, for sure.
And I understand we have a writer here. Can you tell us who we brought in today?
This is Kailani Powell.
Hi, Kailani. How are you?
I'm good.
So nice to meet you. Thank you so much for being here. Can you speak a little bit about what 916 Inc. means for you?
916 Inc., like, it is very fun. And I love to meet people who are, like the same hobbies as me, likes to write as me, likes to read like me. And there's not a lot of people that I know that likes to do that because of quarantine and COVID, because they're used to sitting in their beds and being on their phones. So there's not really a lot of people that I hang out with who do that. And I'm really glad that I got to go to 916 Inc. and do that.
That's amazing. And thank you so much for sharing. I understand you have a passage or something that you've written.
Yes, I have a poem.
Would you mind sharing that with the viewing audience?
Of course.
Thank you so much.
So, my poem is called If Plants Could Talk. If plants could talk, they probably would be in despair. They would see all their family dying everywhere. With no water and fires burning leaves, they would want to be gone so they aren't weeds. We need to take care because they're everywhere. If plants could talk, they would be in despair.
I love that. Round of applause at home for that.
Thank you.
Super timely given the ongoing fires that we have. Ian, for you as, you know, a person at the helm of 916 Inc., what does it mean to see some of the children that are benefiting from the curriculum that you provide?
I mean, this is inspiring. Thank you so much, Kailani. This is exactly what we aim to do. We aim to empower. We aim to help students learn how to use their voice and write what needs to be written. This was not something that we told Kailani to write. We said, write from your heart. What do you want to say? And this is what came.
I love that. You know, undoubtedly for all nonprofits, last year was a struggle, and that struggle continues into 2021. What does a program like the Our Promise campaign mean for nonprofits such as 916 Inc.?
Oh, it's huge. So I mentioned before that we publish the anthologies of poetry and prose, and realistically, a $5 donation year-round gives us the opportunity to actually put one of those books in the hands of an author like Kailani.
I love that.
From start to finish, from creative design to editing to publication, that's what it does.
Doesn't it feel cool to be a published author?
It really does.
I love that. Ian, if folks want to learn more about 916 Inc., if they're inspired by what they've seen here today, where can they go to do so?
They can go to our website. It's 916inc.org.
That's amazing. Any parting words that you'd like to say?
Go to 916 Inc.
Yes. Thank you so much. You know, I think that we do, at 916 Inc., there is a lot of interaction that folks can also do. So talk to us about the the Imaginarium. Talk to us about some of the installations that 916 Inc. has that folks can really enjoy and see it firsthand.
Yeah, absolutely. So 916 Inc. actually operates about 50 different programs throughout the county each year. Some of them are located within our creative writing space, the Imaginarium in South Sacramento. And it is an anti-classroom. It's the place where you can come to be inspired. We have our tables in a circle. We have little pieces of art everywhere. Just to get that spark and get that pen.
I love that.
Yeah.
What inspires you to write?
I like to think about what's happening around me. For example, when I wrote this, I thought about the fires that are happening and how people are really littering a lot. And I felt like it's probably not going to be out to everybody, but why not write about it? And that inspires me. Real things that happen, not fake things, imagining things, but things that are happening.
So you're getting inspiration from the world around you. That's really, I love what you said, anti-classroom. I love that, because don't you think it's so important that the kids that come through the curriculum have that inspiration?
Yeah, I think a lot of times the kids that we are working with have been disconnected from the traditional education system in one way or another, and they are bringing their creativity. We want to be able to re-engage and inspire in that way.
I love that. Re-engage and inspire. Isn't that, Tabitha, what the Our Promise campaign is all about? 916 Inc., thank you both so much.
Thank you.
For being here. You can find them online. We'll put the URL on our YouTube channel. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tabitha, back to you for another prize drawing.
Yeah, and I just want to talk about 916 Inc. They have actually come out before to one of the state departments and presented about their program. And it's just really amazing to hear what they are doing for these children in our community. That's really inspiring, and to listen to Kailani and talk about how during this time of being in pandemic and quarantine, that there's a lot of young people who may be on their phones or maybe doing other things, but she really found a connection through them to find some people who are like-minded like her and be able to drive that passion, and that a nonprofit is providing those resources and programs is just really fascinating. And it just goes to show you, we went from zoo animals to a reading, based program, a creative program that's out there for the youth. So really 501c3s vary from any type of category. So there really is something out there for everyone. So with that, though, we're going to go into our next prize drawing, our third prize winner. I know I see all of you in the chat talking about DMV, so we'll see who wins this time. Drum roll, please, and let's spin that wheel.
John Van Geffen, CPUC, Oakland Aviation Museum.
Congratulations, John. You have won our next prize, our Amazon gift card, so $25. And most importantly, you get a $25 donation that's going to go to the Oakland Aviation Museum. So now, Public Utilities Commission, you have another winner on your hands, so not a third DMV winner. We'll have to see who our fourth prize winner is. So let's go ahead and go back to Patrick, and we've got another guest. Who's our guest?
Oh, Tabitha, I'm here with the goodest boy, the most goodest boy. This is Landon. Everyone meet Landon. Landon is one of the many Canine Companions that this amazing organization distributes throughout the area. I'm here with Kathy and Barry. Thank you both so much for being here. Kathy, can you tell us a little bit about little Landon? Hi, buddy.
Yes, Landon is a puppy in training. He's just 5 months old. My family and I have been puppy raisers in the area for almost 30 years. He's our 28th puppy that we've raised.
28?
Yes.
Oh, I love that. And talk about a little bit the program. So Canine Companions these dogs are trained to do a specific purpose. Is that right?
Yes, our organization breeds, trains, and places service dogs with adults, children, and veterans with disabilities to help enhance their life and give them some independence.
That's incredible. And I'm here with Barry. Hi, Barry. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
And who's your friend? Who do we have here?
This is Anakin.
Oh, my favorite Star Wars character.
Yes,
Not for nothing. And tell me a little bit about Anakin. How's Anakin helped you?
Anakin has been amazing. He is my 5th dog from Canine Companions.
Wow.
And he does all kinds of things for me, from picking up something as simple as a pen to tugging off my slippers, helping me get my clothes off, tugging my blanket off in the winter.
Wow.
So many more tasks.
And you mentioned that Anakin is the 5th dog that you've
Correct.
had. Right. And so this relationship that Canine Companions has with its clients is really years long.
It is.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So when we graduate, we actually, to get our dogs, we go through a 2-week training session. And during that time, they not only foster the relationship between the person and the dog, but it is also between the trainers and the person as well. So that, and they really tell you throughout that if you go home and anything happens, if you have questions, if you need any assistance, they are there to help you.
That's incredible. Last year obviously was a hardship for really every nonprofit. I think given the work that you do where you're in the homes and you're actually working with not only the people but the animals as well, what was last year for the organization? How did you have to pivot?
They had to adapt a lot. Our training center in the Northwest was evacuated for some time, and that meant that all of our professional trainers had to take their string of dogs home and literally work with them in the home. One of our trainers had as many as 11 dogs in her house.
Wow.
And she
Sometimes
said,
it feels like that at mine.
but they did an amazing job. When they went back to campus, they started doing shorter and smaller professional training classes to where the clients were then matched with their new service dog. The other thing, big thing that they adapted to was transporting the puppies across the country. So they had volunteer pilots that stepped up and started transporting our puppies.
Wow.
And really that was better for the puppies, and it saved Canine Companions a lot of money.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
You hear some stats like we did earlier about over $5 million raised with 23,000 participating state employees. What does a campaign like the Our Promise campaign mean to your organization?
It means so much. Your dollars mean so much. Our dogs are given completely free of charge to the recipient, and they're valued at $50,000, and we could not do it without donors and campaigns like this that ongoing, even through the pandemic, contributes to our organization. We are made up of a good portion of volunteers, but it's still, things, it costs about $60 a month to feed and have toys and other incidentals for the puppies that are in professional training. It's about $120 for the expert veterinary care, in addition to everything else, the professional trainers. And
it's easy to see where the money can add up, and where, especially coming off a year like last year, the money is so impactful. What's Anakin's favorite snack? Does he have a favorite little chew toy or a snack?
He has a favorite snack. They are peanut butter and apple.
Ah! He's doing the low carb, high Atkins. I'm here for it. I'm here for it, Anakin. So if folks would like to learn more about your amazing organization and all the good work that it does, not only for humans, but also for animals, where can they go?
CCI.org.
CCI.org. Tabitha, are you seeing my good little buddies?
Yeah, I was
my new buddy friends?
wondering if we could. Yeah, I was wondering if we could see. I know that, I'm sorry, I forgot the lady's name, but what Anakin can do, how he helps her. I saw that she had a pin in her hand. I think it would just be really great to see how he assists her and how he's her
That would be
companion,
awesome.
and she's able
Barry,
to-
would you mind showing us that?
Absolutely.
Okay,
So,
Okay.
So I drop a pen at home all the time. Anakin, get. Don't get. Attaboy.
Yes.
Good boy.
Good boy, Anakin.
And there's different ways depending on your disability. So there's just different ways that the dogs are trained on how to give you back the item that they've picked up. So for me, he just brings it right to my hand. He's tall, so his mouth is literally right there. And Annie, get. That's it, get. Hold. Annie, lap. Oh. Good boy. And this is another way where he can come up for people that don't have. See, now you did it on. Now you did it. Annie, get.
So so they can come up on your lap depending on your disability,
exactly,
or maybe not having, if you don't have your hand movement or things like that.
It's the idea that they meet you where you are. They meet you where you are.
Right.
That's incredible.
They are trained to bring it right to your hands. So wherever your hands are, you just have to tell them by verbal commands where to bring it. So he knows my hands are always right about my waist. His face is right there. So he just brings it to me, waits for me to put my hand on it and say give, and then he gives me the item. But for many, that lap is huge. And I use the lap if I'm brushing him, I use the lap to get his chest. I use the lap sometimes just for us to cuddle.
Oh. Well, it's companionship. That's part of the process, right?
Absolutely.
And then you've gone through many different dogs. It sounds like you've had 5 already.
Yes.
And are they all a little different in the sense, like, in the way, their little personality show? I know they're trained to, have all of their skill sets, but have you seen just differences in all 5 of your companions?
Yeah, absolutely. My first one was, it was my first experience, so I didn't know how to really bring out any quirkiness in her. She was just very sweet, very calm, very loving. My second dog was complete opposite, was very independent. And then my boys have all been somewhat similar to each other, but each one had sort of their own little personality. Wickford was just all about me, and he was just calm, and he had a stubborn streak. And Axel was a black lab, golden cross, and he was very snuggly. He could lay on the couch with me for hours.
Oh.
And had the funniest run when he would go out in the backyard. That was just hilarious. And now with Anakin, he's just a big love bug.
Well, it's truly incredible to see the impact that you have, not only with the animals, but certainly with the humans. And Wickford and Axel, that sounds like an awesome rock band from the 80s. Gonna have to go on tour with them. Thank you both so much for being here, and thank you so much for the amazing work that you do. Tabitha, how inspiring is it to see the great work that Canine Companions is doing day in and day out? You heard Bari talk about the 5 years long relationship she's had with multiple dogs. It's just so inspiring. I hear that we have another prize drawing.
Yeah, and I've been able to see them firsthand because one of our actually Leaders United executive, who is loaned to us from the Department of Motor Vehicles, she volunteers and is a canine companion herself and helps board them and train them. And I have seen her be active with them at the Department of Motor Vehicles, so that's been really fun to watch. So thank you, Patrick, so much. It was great to see all the work that they are doing, and just, like she said, that's a $50,000 animal, and instead of, the recipient having to pay that, that's given to them at no cost. And that's really, truly amazing, because that's a service they need. Like she said, all of the different things that Axel is providing for her and helping with her on a daily basis is really, really fantastic. So thanks again, Patrick, and thank you, Canine Companions. So excited to have you as our guest today. So without further ado, drum roll, grand prize drawing. Let's spin that wheel.
Angel Espinoza, Motor Vehicles, the Trevor Project.
Congratulations, Angel. I guess Department of Motor Vehicles, they definitely got their entries in. So 3 out of the 4 DMV. That's awesome. So congratulations. You win a $100 Amazon gift card and the nonprofit of your choice, the Trevor Project, has also will receive a $100 donation. So please be on the lookout for a confirmation email. It'll come from events@uwccr.org to confirm your prize. Congratulations to all of today's winners. We will be in contact with all of our winners to make sure that we get the names of your favorite nonprofits to make a donation in. Go ahead and watch a quick video about how nonprofits, how it impacts them and the Our Promise donations and how Our Promise helps them provide their programs and services.
I represent one of the thousands of nonprofit organizations benefiting from the generosity of California state workers. Last year, state workers pooled together to raise nearly $6 million for nonprofits like ours. This is a game changer. However, 2020 is a difficult year for everyone. As we speak, the world is facing a pandemic and its effects on the economy, our jobs, our families, and our daily lives. For us, without the Our Promise campaign, we wouldn't have funding for programs that focus on ending poverty through strengthening schools and supporting families. This year, we need your support more than ever.
We rely on charitable giving to ensure that we're able to provide the highest quality of care to homeless and abandoned animals in our community while we look for their permanent and loving homes. We reunite lost pets with their owners, and we keep people and pets together whenever possible and whenever that makes sense through our prevention and safety net programs, which are more critical now than ever. And the people who contribute to the Our Promise campaign are going to be the ones that really help us achieve that this year.
The Our Promise campaign is essential to SFBFS. Your generosity means hundreds of thousands of people are fed by SFBFS each month. Here in Sacramento County, the demand for food has more than doubled since the pandemic of COVID-19 coronavirus started. We are feeding people for the first time who have never had to utilize a food program before.
Our Promise not only helps us support those who experience sexual assault, domestic violence, and sex trafficking, but also to build partnerships, ultimately allowing us to serve survivors in a more effective and efficient ways. Weave's mission is to promote safe and healthy relationships and to support survivors of sexual assault, domestic violence, and sex trafficking.
Speaking as one of the thousands of nonprofits in California, we are making sure that the challenges of today don't stop us from building brighter futures. However, our ability to meet these challenges depends on you. We envision that with our support, we can keep California strong for all. Please visit ourpromiseca.org and consider making your pledge to a nonprofit that speaks to you today. Keeping California strong for all. ourpromiseca.org.
Tabitha, I've gone. I'm so inspired. How incredible to hear those words from so many nonprofits that are directly impacted by the giving that this campaign fosters. And, you saw in person today with Canine Companions and 916 Inc. and the Sacramento Zoo, how even just $5 can make such an impact. How excited are you, Tabitha? I'm excited.
I am. I'm so excited. And that's only 3 nonprofits that we saw today. So think about the thousands and hundreds of thousand nonprofits that are out there, and they're all saying the same message.
That's right.
And that is they really are, their mission is to provide, resources and programs for the communities and where people work and live and be there. I mean, Sacramento Food Bank and Family Services said it great on the, on the video that there's triple the need, that people are needing, a hunger resource more than they ever had before, that nobody was going to a food bank. And now people are in the position, unfortunately, to have to go to a food bank and utilize that as a resource. And thank goodness for Sac Food Bank being there and being a resource, just like the zoo, staying open, keeping those animals, healthy and alive and in a great environment with the needs that they have. Canine Companions being able to provide the, resource and be a companion for some people with disabilities. And then, you've got 916 Inc. being this amazing, have this Imaginarium for kids to find their passion and to find kids who are like-minded like them. I mean, that's just a small, we're just touching a really small base compared to what's out there. I mean, we only have 1,800 nonprofits who are on our website or who are on our list or in our booklet. But I mean, there are thousands, hundreds and thousands out there. And right now with the pandemic and then the natural disasters on top of it, with the wildfires happening, there really are so many options to be able to donate. We all don't have necessarily the time maybe to donate, but maybe our treasure and being able to just $5 a month, that's 17 cents a day. If you break down $5 a month,
wow,
that's not that much money. I mean, if you think about it, you're buying a reusable grocery bag with that at 17 cents a day. But I mean, so if you add all of that up, it's huge for that nonprofit. I see in the chat some people talking about Starbucks, or if you're like me, you've got that rocker you're going to get or that energy drink. But people spend $5 on a daily basis all the time. So, I mean, not that people are just, putting money out of their pocket, but I mean, for that little of a dollar amount, and you think what that can do for nonprofits is truly the amazing, thing that how a donation as little as $5, the kind of impact it can have on those nonprofits.
You just nailed it there, Tabitha, how much of an impact just $5 can make. Folks, if you're watching at home or at work, and if you enjoyed today's session and are inspired as we are to give back, please be sure to tune in every Tuesday during this campaign for more live sessions. We'll get to meet more nonprofits. You can join us via Facebook with nonprofits, state leaders, and the Our Promise team. Please be sure to like the Our Promise Facebook page. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn at Our Promise CA. And of course, be sure to visit our website, ourpromiseca.org, to stay connected to the causes that you care about most, to get news, updates, and access to anything you may have missed in today's program. Once again, that's ourpromiseca.org. Tabitha, I'm inspired. I'm going to contribute. We've got 2 co-chairs. We've got amazing nonprofits. How you feeling, girl? You feeling good?
I'm feeling awesome. And now that most of you have been able to learn about some of the nonprofits today, you have until November 12th. So you've got some time to get on your account on Cal Employee Connect. That's how all of you view your pay warrant. So you should already be on Cal Employee Connect. It's how you get paid. So hopefully you're checking that pay warrant. But get on there, make your e-pledge. For those of you who already have an online Our Promise account, great. Check it out. See who you're giving to. How much are you giving? Sometimes people forget. So even though your donation rolls over every year, no matter where you are in state service, your donation will roll over every single year. Check out your e-pledge account. Go on there, see who you're giving to, how much you're giving, and maybe think about how you can budget $5 more for another nonprofit. So take a look at it. Get your departments involved. We have so many of you here today. I was so happy to see all of the departments that have joined us in the state agencies. It's great to see all of you. Quite honestly, we cannot do this work without all of you. Our donors, our volunteers, all of you are such an important piece of what we do. So definitely talk to your coworkers, organize a fundraiser. I know it's weird that we're telecommuting and we're not in person, but you still can do virtual fundraisers. And of course, invite a nonprofit to speak. You just saw those different nonprofits come on, how excited they were to talk about their programs. We do have a nonprofit outreach program, so we book the nonprofit for you. So you don't have to do that if you're like, hey, we'd really like them to come talk at our all-staff meeting. We can arrange that for you. So they would love nothing more than to come to your meetings or come do a virtual presentation and present. So it will take each and every one of us, all of us in a combined effort to recover, rebuild, and revive California. So thank you again.
You know, Tabitha, it's true of the campaign and also just today's live stream. It takes a village to give back. Because of that, we'd like to give a huge special thank you to Metro Media for coordinating the tech for this awesome virtual kickoff. If you could see what's going on behind us, you would understand the hours and sweat equity that it took to pull this off. Thank you so much, Metro Media. Tabitha, I'm donating, girl. I'm going to donate today. Let's give him a...
I sure hope so. You're a board member.
You
all
know
right.
it. Thank you all for joining at home. Thank you for joining at work. Here we go, 2021, Our Promise. Thanks so much for joining.
Thank you.